we go. Spirit still got me speaking. This is J Chatfield, loving yourself to life. I'm still in the darkness. Now it's like an hour later, 4:33 a.m. So this is a part of my work right now. Hopefully I don't sleep all day because I really want to do some things. But like I say, this is my work. So this is going to be part two of the shadow work. And it's called, they told me, is you can't do shadow work and be offended. That is why you have to pull yourself to the 0 point energy. Before you can be 0 point energy on the outside, you have to be 0 point energy on the inside. And most of that comes from you taking away the judgmental part of yourself, and then also not being offended when these issues come up, not going on the defense, because you're not going to be able to see the seed of the matter if you are being offended about something. Like, you can't, if you have wronged someone and whatever that comes up, it can't be someone else's problem. It can't be because someone didn't teach you. It can't be because someone left you. It has to be because you did it. No one else can be held accountable for your work. Only you can hold yourself accountable not to continue to live and punish and hurt people in the name of whatever that hurt was. A lot of us could say many things that have hurt us, but if you keep acknowledging that thing, it's going to continue to come up in your life and you will never move forward because you still are in your feelings about something that happened in 1992. So when you go back and you find out that everything as a result of that you've done has been a hindrance or hurting, then you can begin to take accountability to clean it up and to do the work so that you don't operate from that hurt again. That's the whole part of it. And that you understand that this is a game, that you need to collect the coins on the levels so that you can pass the level. I always say that shadow work is like, well, life is like the game of Mario. Shadow work too. When I used to play Mario, I was grabbing all the coins. Like, my cousins and stuff, they was mad at me, especially when we played together. They was like, ah, why you gotta go grab all the coins? I was like, cause I'm gonna need them suckers. I'm gonna need them. And it was like, no, we just need to go ahead and get through the level and then go beat the giant, go beat the boss for the level. And I'd be like, man, about to get these coins. Okay, what you say? And then when we, sure enough, we get up there, they get hit by the boss and they die. They got to go all the way back to the beginning. But I get hit. I got like 932 lives. I'm be right back there. I'll be right back there until I whoop his butt. But they got to go all the way back because they didn't get the gems, they didn't get the coins, they didn't get that thing that's gonna that's going to help them build them up. So when that thing presents itself again, you don't care because you've already, it can't hurt you, and you're not gonna hurt someone else because you have said to yourself that I'm gonna get, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this so I could treat my girlfriend right or my wife right or I could treat my kids right. I remember my dad told me the reason why he never was active in our lives is because he never wanted my mom, and this was me talking to him because I had to do the work and tell him that I forgave him. And he told me that he did not want to let my mom know how much it hurt him that I was living in another state. So my whole life I'm thinking something's wrong with me. No. And I would do things like I was not a bad child, but I made myself sick mentally and physically. I caused this manifestation of a skin disease, which I could talk about that later. I think I have a video on it, so that I could get attention when all the while it was ego. Had nothing to do with me, but I was living from that hurt. And I was the one who was suffering. It took me 20 years to get rid of that because I didn't know that I could. But I was living out of what had happened between my mom and my dad. I had taken on that burden. So I couldn't get offended at anything that he told me because this was his truth, but it set me free. It set me free. But guess what? I had to talk. I couldn't be afraid of what I heard. I was already hurt. 30 something years old. It's already hurt. But now I'm not hurt anymore. I don't, that stuff don't, mm-mm. Because I'm not gonna get, I'm not offended anymore. I don't even, like, it don't even, or even, I'm trying to think. I've always been a really nice person. I can't even, I can't even think of anything to where I, 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 I intentionally hurt someone. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Most of the things that has happened in my life I've done to myself because I've made myself this. And then I went and I ran back here thinking that if I stay back here and I look out, I'll be okay. They'll like me if I stay back here. You know, I did that to myself. So you can't, you got to get out of that. You got to get out of being and playing that victim role because you gonna still be in that same circle blaming everybody else because it's everybody else problem. You got offended because somebody told you, man, you need to handle that. What you mean? I wasn't the one who left me on the doorstep. I wasn't the one who was abusive to my mama. You weren't, but you still are, kind of, because you're still making that a reality today. And when somebody tells you that, you get all huffed up and puffed. No, no, that means you need to go in and you need to deal with that. And when you do, you'll feel so much better. Life will make so many more waves and part the red sea of reeds for you. You'll be fine. That's the hard part, though. But you got it. If you want to talk to me, contact me about coaching. We can walk through this together. Email me at graceguidance@gmail.com. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Um, I greatly appreciate it, especially me up at 4:42 a.m. because Spirit just wants me to channel and talk to you guys 3 videos in a row. You guys are getting a treat. As always, do something for you that only you will love. Have a love yourself day.